Oh my god, you guys. Chills. That gives me chills. Ooh, okay, let's go. You can see my female shepherd there, Jocelyn. We will not be playing her. We will be playing my male shepherd, but more on that as we get started. Oh, it's so pretty. Wow. Wow. Gorgeous. Okay, start new career, because resume, that's Jocelyn. But we are going to make our male shepherd.
Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
And correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I remembered that whole little startup sequence there being way longer in the original Mass Effect 1, right? Like, painfully long, right? Due to your covert N7 status, ID records are incomplete. Please confirm identity from the records below or register manually. I'm particularly excited to play Mass Effect 1 here in the Legendary Edition because I've played through all 3 games several times, obviously, but I've played through 2 and 3 more. Because eventually, Mass Effect 1 being so dated, it just becomes a slog to get through mechanically, specifically.
Please log in to access your profile.
Okay, so our shepherd is Jonah.
Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
And Jonah is Earthborn. You were an orphan raised on the streets of the great megatropolises covering Earth. You escaped the life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting with the Alliance military when you turned 18.
Confirm psychological profile.
Okay, and he's ruthless, and we're going for a very ruthless, very renegade playthrough here. Throughout your military career, you have held fast to one basic rule: get the job done. You've been called cold, calculating, and brutal. Your reputation for ruthless efficiency makes your fellow soldiers wary of you, but when failure is not an option, the military always goes to you first.
Confirm military specialization.
And Jonah's pretty straightforward. He's a soldier. Soldiers are combat specialists, ideal for the front lines of a firefight. Soldiers have improved health, can specialize in the use of all weapon types, start with the ability to wear medium armor, and can train in the use of heavy armor.
Confirm facial identification.
Now I'm going to grab my face code from Mass Effect 2 and 3. And we're gonna see what that looks like. I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to adjust it. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna have to fiddle with that. So I'll be right back with the real Jonah. Okay, here we go. Here's Jonah. Let's finalize, and I will introduce him and talk about what you guys can expect in this Let's Play, and also tell you why I chose this guy instead of any of my other shepherds.
Profile reconstruction complete.
So this is Jonah, and he's, as I said, he is ruthless, very renegade. We're gonna go pretty far renegade, but not we're not gonna go for like the bad ending stuff where you like kill all your squad mates and kill Morden and stuff like that. He does have a soft spot for his crew in particular. So Jonah is also biracial. He's half white, half Chinese, Chinese American, and why did I pick him over any other shepherds? Well, like many people, I have several shepherds. I have two that I consider sort of my canonical shepherds, one male, one female. Jocelyn being the, female shepherd. And, I had to pick her or Jonah. And I mainly went with Jonah because even though Jocelyn's playthrough is very fun, she's a Paragade, which is just really great for kind of the nuance you can get in between the full Renegade or the full Paragon playthroughs. But she also romances Garrus, and I'm sure you guys know that Garrus is one of the favorite characters for a lot of people in the entire series. Garrus is incredibly popular. He might be the most popular. And so his romance is also very popular, and so many people have already seen that storyline with him and Shepard. They've seen various versions of that storyline. They've seen Garrus and a Paragon Shepherd. They've seen Garrus and a Renegade Shepherd, a Paragade Shepherd. Many people have already experienced that. Jonah, on the other hand, is going to end up romancing Kaidan in the endgame. And Kaidan, in contrast to Garrus, is not very popular at all. Whereas Garrus is one of the most popular characters, I think Kaidan is one of the least popular characters in the series. And as a result of that, many people have not actually seen that storyline play out between Shepard and Kaidan. And so I chose Jonah as an opportunity to showcase both the character, Kaidan, and that whole romance storyline between them. And don't worry, we will get into why I like that romance, why I like those two characters, why specifically I like him with this Shepherd as opposed to any others. We're gonna go into the whole analysis, which brings me to what you guys can expect for this Let's Play. If anyone's joining me from Twitch, you guys already know that we are big on story here. We're big on character, on lore. We love all of that. We love doing narrative analysis. We love dissecting dialogue and the characters and what makes them tick. And this Let's Play is going to be no different. We're going to go heavy on that kind of stuff. We're going to read the entire codex, the whole thing, top to bottom. And we're going to talk to all NPCs. That's what this Let's Play is really going to be about. And also, to that end, because there's no way I can possibly separate things in my head between all the games, there's going to be spoilers willy-nilly on the off chance that anyone is watching this that doesn't know the story. Yeah, I'm just going to be talking about things that happen in all of the games all of the time. There will be no effort to maintain any kind of spoilers, so be prepared for that. And I think that is everything. I wrote myself a little list of notes here to cover before we get started, and I think that's all. Yeah, okay, so let's go. Let's jump in.
Identification confirmed.
Oh yeah, we want that on casual. I've played through the whole trilogy on the hardest difficulty before. That's not why we're here. We don't need to be spending any amount of time on the combat this time. Legendary. Yeah, I'll keep the tips on because it's been a minute since I've played the series. Subtitles. Yes, okay, good. Look at the reflection.
Well, what about Shepard? Earthborn, but
In 7, right there.
Doesn't have one. He was raised on the streets. Learned to look out for himself.
He got most of his unit killed on Torfin.
He gets the job done, no matter what the cost.
is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
That's such a great intro to that title screen. I thought about reading that all out, but no. You just have to hear the music build as you read it yourself, and then it cuts to the title screen. I had to let that play out.
Transmission sequence.
Commander.
Everything looks so good.
Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector.
Oh, the retexturing is really just incredibly done.
All stations secure for transit.
I like that little move he does to make sure they don't run into each other. I assume that's mocap.
Board is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment, so you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
That's enough. You're soldiers. Act like it.
He's such a stick in the mud.
Sorry, Commander.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
I love the little shake of their head.
Great. You pissed the captain off, and now I'm going to pay for it.
Don't blame me. The Captain's always in a bad mood.
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
The retexture on the clothing in particular is so noticeably better.
The Captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
You probably don't want to keep the Captain waiting, Commander.
Oh, look at it. I will do my best, you guys, not to spend forever staring at the environments. I want you to know how difficult that is. The reflective light. Ah, everything looks so good. I talked to Presley.
These inspectors are always on a mission. And we're getting dragged right along with them. Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
Yeah, chill, Presley.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
What's your beef, Presley?
Arcturian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
You don't trust Nihilus.
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War, lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
Nihilus is no...
His face is looking pretty good.
You've got that right, Commander. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command, and they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
Yeah, his face is looking pretty good, I think. It's hard to tell in the character creation screen a lot of the time what their face is if their face is really going to be correct. Not just in Mass Effect, just across the board. You really have to see them like in action, moving, speaking to really tell.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, sir. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
I like how, you know, at the very suggestion that Presley has an issue with Captain Anderson, Presley's like, no, oh my god, no. I don't have a problem with the captain, god no. It's just a really good way to convey how Anderson is viewed by others, and what an incredible service record he has, and how respected he is.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
A cover, you say?
If I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
Stay in your lane, Presley.
On a need-to-know basis, Presley. Just follow the orders you're given.
Understood, Commander.
Yeah, I think I'm liking his face right now.
Prime Doc, it's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who...
Oh, Jenkins.
You watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Marines are meant to fight. You just fix us up when we're done.
I know how things work, Commander. I've seen my share of combat, but it's foolish to go looking for trouble.
Her hair is so shiny.
The captain. He's not afraid of combat, but he knows the value of restraint, too.
Sorry, Doc, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Oh, your jets there, sport.
Do your job, follow my orders, and there won't be any problems.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself on Torfin. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
This mission isn't about personal glory, Corporal. We have a job to do. Don't do anything stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not gonna screw this up.
Alright, tell me about Eden Prime.
Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
Look at her hair.
Peaceful, Commander.
Looks so soft.
So you don't
Want to pet it.
City noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
And the Spectres?
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Oh, just wait.
Spectres usually come from the council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre.
You don't say.
That's what they're looking for. Success at any cost, ruthless efficiency, show no mercy.
Yeah, I could do that.
My kind of job.
This is all just wild speculation. The Spectres aren't interested in recruiting humans, no matter how
Yeah,
capable.
you're right. It's probably not gonna happen.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I hope we get a chance to see him in action. I heard Nihilus took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Goodbye, Dr. Chakwas. Goodbye, Jenkins. And also, I have to say, the friendship between Dr. Chakwas and Shepard is one of my favorite relationships in the game. I just love what buddies they become and how they support each other. You know, Ilis, there's a decent amount of people in the fandom, I don't know if you guys know, who actually ship Nihilus and Shepard.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
I'm a Marine, not some tourist on vacation.
He's too tough to appreciate beauty.
Destination, isn't it, Shepard? Eden Prime is a symbol of your people. A perfect little world on the edges of your territory. Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
Yeah, that does sound kind of threatening.
Are you trying to scare me, Spectre?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
This one feels a little whiny. We're gonna go with this.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans...
Prothean, you say?
Years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Yeah, why do we share this?
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
He can't judge me.
When do we answer to the Spectres?
You're smart enough to know how things work, Commander. The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
I was impressed when I studied the reports from Torfin. A grim business, but you got the job done. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
It is interesting that Nihilus was the one who suggested Shepard be a Spectre in the first place. You can kind of see why people might be drawn to shipping them, I feel like.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
Let's just be contrarian here.
People making decisions about my future.
This isn't about you, Shepard. Humanity needs this. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground.
Spoiler, there won't be more missions with Nihilus.
Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Too bad, I love Nihilus. I really wish we could have gotten more of him.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology. Even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Do tell.
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
God, imagine what a different story it would have been if Shepard had never activated the beacon, but instead the Terminus systems had come in here and snatched it away. And the story was about the war for the beacon.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
Also very cool how we start out on Eden Prime, and then you actually come back to Eden Prime in Mass Effect 3 with one of the DLC. I believe it's, is it Leviathan? Or I think it might be Javik. It might be his DLC.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Here we go. Shit's hitting the fan.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat.
Definitely liking how his face is looking.
Get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5.
I like the little thoughtful, anxious twitch of his mandibles.
No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Engaging stealth.
Oh, that looks so good.
Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Oh, the embers in the air?
Operation, Commander.
Wow.
Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Kaidan's such a paragon.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
I don't know about this guy.
Putting my life in the hands of a Turian, sir.
Nihilus is on our side. He wants you in the Spectres, and he wants that beacon.
Fine.
Ready and able, sir.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
Oh, wow.
Approaching drop point 2.
Eden Prime looks really good.
Ship perimeter secure, Commander.
I wasn't very enthused with the look of Eden Prime in the original, but this looks incredible. Glowing embers look very, very good. And wow, those like space elevators jutting up out of the rolling hills. Holy cow. Sort of fading into the atmospheric haze in the distance. That's amazing. Isn't there... Yes, I read about this. Move camera. Let's take a... By the way, when I started up Jocelyn, all I did was, sort of... Oh, I can't move the camera any more forward. Oh, here we go. When I started up Jocelyn, I didn't actually touch down on Eden Prime. I was just seeing what I could get her face looking like, you know, mainly seeing if I could get her looking good. So everything in the Legendary Edition from here on is just brand new to me. Look at all this. Oh, it controls the background blur. Look at this. Brightness, contrast. Wow. Signet, bloom strength. Whoa. Oh, filters! Nighttime. So I can wipe. Whoa. Oh, like the posterized version? Ah. Oh my god! Oh my god, I could spend hours in this. I have a feeling I definitely will. I won't do it here. I won't. I will not. I promise. But oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna be messing around with that for sure. Hey guys.
Smells like smoke and death.
Oh god. What happened here?
I love creating pretty screenshots. It's a really fun time for me. I do it a lot in Planet Zoo.
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
I just really enjoy, you know, finding nice angles and pretty shots and making it look good. Take it, take it, take it, take it! What's my sprint? There we go. Alright, get ready to say bye to Jenkins. The ground texture looks really good as well. The grass, the ferns. I love the colors in the sky. Hardcover Jenkins. Hardcover Jenkins. Jenkins, hardcover Jenkins. I probably want my assault rifle out. Wait, is that my shotgun or my assault rifle? Oh yeah, this is what I want. There we go. Okay. Farewell, Jenkins. No time to mourn! We have a mission.
We need to finish the mission.
Aye, aye, sir.
Kaidan is such a paragon, and that's gonna be a feature that we explore a lot of as we get through their friendship here in the first game, their falling out in the second, and eventually the romance in the third game. But pardon me, sir. Excuse.
I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out.
Oh, right. We need to spend our points. We'll do that when we get Ashley. We can do all three of them. Q and E is the one I always forget. Q and E, have them move up, C to regroup. I always forget those three. I know there's more. Here should be Ashley. Oof. Just dive right in. It's only two of them. There we go. There we go. What's up, Ash?
I didn't think I was gonna make it. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
I need a status report, now.
Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This one is a little bit of an asshole response, but it will give us the renegade points. There's a problem with some of the renegade options, right? And I noticed this more in the first game, I think, but they are often just you being a dick for no reason, rather than a meaningful distinction in, like, you know, Paragon versus Renegade perspective. So that's a little unfortunate. It is, you know, one of the bones I have to pick with the Renegade option. And there's a couple more, but we'll get to those when we get to them.
You just left the rest of your unit behind to die?
We held our position as long as we could. The Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
Lieutenant Alenko and I will take care of this.
Let me come with you, sir. The Geth slaughtered my unit. Give me a chance to get even.
She knows the area, Commander, and we could use the extra firepower.
Just don't forget who's in charge.
Understood, Commander.
Yeah, stay in line.
And I'll follow him.
Alright, let's ask about Nihilus.
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
And let's learn about everything before the attack.
Sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Hey, learn about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
And the Geth.
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Okay, I think that's it.
Move out.
Let's get going, and let's now, let's go to our squad screen. And don't worry, we're going to read the entire codex. We're going to do that at the end of every episode, I'm thinking. Let's spend our points. Now, I believe I need these 3 for an upcoming interaction. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to get Kaidan decryption so we can open stuff. And then Ashley, let's get you a little tanky. A little tanky for Ashley. Gather everything. Take it, take it, take it! We're pressed for time, so we're not gonna mess with our equipment right now. We don't have time to be taking off our armor, putting on new armor, switching out weapons. We do that between missions. Time is of the essence. New. Cover. Cover. Shepherd. 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 Cover. Thank you. G to throw a grenade. Well, he's not throwing. Kaidan, you want to help us out here? A little bit of that, maybe? No? No? Nothing? Move up. Still no, huh? Boy, they are dug in there, aren't they? Still hiding? You're gonna make me come get you, aren't you? Here we go.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
Let's get moving. Williams, where's the camp?
It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Oh, Nihilus. Also, holy cow, we've been going for a while already. Okay. Let's read the codex, and then we'll call it a day for this episode. Alliance. Aliens, Council, Races.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the two species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations.
I didn't realize this part would be read to us. That's excellent.
50,000 years ago, the Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy. They vanished in a swift galactic extinction. Only the legacy of their empire remains. They are believed to have built the mass relays and the Citadel, which have allowed numerous species to explore and expand throughout the galaxy. Prothean ruins are found on worlds across the galaxy. While surprisingly intact for their age, functioning examples of Prothean paleotechnology are rare. Time and generations of looters have picked their dead cities and derelict stations clean. Some believe the Protheans meddled in the evolution of younger races. The Hanar homeworld of Kajay, for example, shows clear evidence of former Prothean occupation. The presence of a former Prothean observation post on Mars has caused a rebirth of interventionary evolutionists among humans. These individuals believe the god myths of ancient civilizations are misremembered encounters with aliens. The Geth are a humanoid race of networked AIs. They were created by the Quarians 300 years ago as tools of labor and war. When the Geth showed signs of self-evolution, the Quarians attempted to exterminate them. The Geth won the resulting war. This example has led to legal, systematic repression of artificial intelligences in galactic society. The Geth possess a unique distributed intelligence. An individual has rudimentary animal instincts, but as their numbers and proximity increase, the apparent intelligence of each individual improves. In groups, they can reason, analyze situations, and use tactics, as well as any organic race. Geth space is located at the trailing end of the Perseus Arm, beyond the lawless Terminus systems. The Perseus Veil, an obscuring dark nebula of opaque gas and dust, lies between their space and the Terminus systems.
The Geth are one of my favorite races in just all of Mass Effect. I think they're so cool, and I'm really glad that we get more of them in the second and third game.
Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, and answer only to the Citadel Council. They are elite military operatives, granted the authority to deal with threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem necessary. They operate independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers, resolving disputes through diplomacy. Others are cold-blooded assassins, ruthlessly dispatching problem individuals. All get the job done one way or another, often operating outside the bounds of galactic law. The Spectres were founded after the Solarians joined the Council. For many years they operated in secrecy as backroom problem solvers. Only after the Krogan rebellions did their activities become publicized. Assignment of a Spectre is less contentious than a military deployment, but makes it clear that the Council is concerned about a situation. Humanity's first contact with an alien race occurred in 2157. At that time, the Alliance allowed survey fleets to activate any dormant mass relays discovered, a practice considered dangerous and irresponsible by Council-aligned races. When a Turian patrol discovered a human fleet attempting to activate a relay, they attacked. One human vessel survived, retreating to the colony of Shanxi. The Turians followed, quickly defeating the local forces. Shanxi was occupied, the first and to date only human world to be conquered by an alien species. The Turians believed the handful of ships they defeated represented the bulk of human defenses, so they were unprepared when the Second Fleet, under Admiral Castany Drescher, launched a strong counteroffensive, evicting them from Shanxi. The Turians mobilized for full-scale war, drawing the attention of the rest of the galaxy. The Council quickly intervened, forcing a truce. Fortunately for humanity, the First Contact War was ended with a diplomatic solution.
Yeah, I definitely don't think we would have come out on top of that.
The Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests of humanity as a whole. The Alliance is responsible for the governance and defense of all extrasolar colonies and stations. The Alliance grew out of the various national space programs as a matter of practicality. Sol's planets had been explored and exploited through piecemeal national efforts. The expense of colonizing entire new solar systems could not be met by any one country. With humans knowing that alien contact was inevitable, there was enough political will to jointly fund an international effort. Still, the Alliance was often disregarded by those on Earth until the First Contact War. While the national governments dithered and bickered over who should lead the effort to liberate Shanxi, the Alliance fleet struck decisively. Post-war public approval gave the Alliance the credibility to establish its own parliament and become the galactic face of humanity. The Terminus systems are located on the far side of the Attican Traverse, beyond the space administered by the Citadel Council or claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. It is populated by a loose affiliation of minor species, united only in their refusal to acknowledge the political authority of the Council or adhere to the Citadel Conventions. Their independence comes at a price. The Terminus is fraught with conflict. War among the various species is common, as governments and dictators constantly rise and fall. The region is a haven for illegal activities, particularly piracy and the slave trade. At least once a year, a fleet from the Terminus invades the nearby Attican Traverse. These attacks are typically small raids against poorly defended colonies. The Council rarely retaliates, as sending patrols into the Terminus systems could unify the disparate species against their common foe, triggering a long and costly war.
I'm still very interested in this kind of constantly brewing conflict between the Terminus systems and the Council regions of space. I would love a story set in this universe that focuses on that.
Kinetic barriers, more commonly called shields, provide protection against most mass accelerator weapons. Whether on a starship or a soldier's suit of armor, the basic principle remains the same. Kinetic barriers are repulsive mass effect fields, projected from tiny emitters. These shields safely deflect small objects traveling at rapid velocities. This affords protection from bullets and other dangerous projectiles, but still allows the user to sit down without knocking away their chair. The shielding afforded by kinetic barriers does not protect against extremes of temperature, toxins, or radiation.
Okay, now let's go to the secondary, and probably we will have to read these, right? Yeah, okay. Personal history summary. You were born on Earth, but you never knew your parents. Child of the streets, you learned to live by your wits and guts, surviving in the hidden underbelly of the megatropolises of humanity's homeworld. Eager to find a better life, you joined the Alliance military when you came of age. You were assigned to the campaign to rid the Skillian Verge of Batarian slavers and other criminal elements. The final battle came when Alliance forces laid siege to Torfan, a slaver base built miles below the surface of a desolate moon. The superiority of the human fleet was wasted in the assault on the underground bunker, but you led a corps of elite ground troops into the heart of the enemy base. Nearly 3/4 of your own squad perished in the vicious close quarters fighting, a cost you were willing to pay to make sure not a single slaver made it out of Torfan alive. Okay, so that's our little personal summary. Humanity and Systems Alliance. Ooh, timeline. Okay. 2069, Armstrong Outpost at Shackleton Crater becomes the first human settlement on Luna. It's formally founded on July 24th, the 100th anniversary of the first lunar landing. 2103, Lowell City and Eos Chasma becomes the first human settlement on Mars. 2137, Eldfell Ashland Energy Corporation demonstrates helium-3 fuel extraction from the atmosphere of Saturn. 2142, construction of Gagarin Station Jump Zero begins beyond the orbit of Pluto. 2148, prospectors discover the Prothean ruins at Promethae Planum on Mars. Now this is the big one. That's what really blew the lid off the whole thing for humanity here. 2149, this is a year after. Translation of Prothean data leads humans to the Charon Mass Relay. Systems Alliance founded to coordinate exploration and colonization of extrasolar worlds. This is what we were learning about in the Systems Alliance article. They were founded for this reason, but they kind of didn't really have the level of power that they do now until after Shanxi. 2151. Shipping accident at Singapore International Spaceport exposes downwind communities to containers of dust form element 0. Alliance begins constructions of Arcturus Station. Now this is going to be where we get biotics from. Jump 0. What was Jump 0? That's what I want to know. Okay, 2152, a year after the element 0. Accident. Roughly 30% of the children born in Singapore after element 0 exposure suffer from cancerous growths. Systems Alliance begins settlement of Earth's first extrasolar colony world, the planet Demeter. 2154, Commander Shepard born. That's us. So we were born right after this accidental exposure to element 0, right? Not long after that. And I wonder if you play a biotic Shepard, if this is how they get their biotics. I mean, it's possible, right? I haven't actually played a biotic Shepard before, so I don't know. I play a lot of soldiers. 2155, we're a year old at this point. Systems Alliance occupies completed portions of Arcturus Station as a headquarters. 2156, some children of Singapore exhibit minor telekinetic abilities. Yeah, that's when we get our biotics coming online. 2157, Turians encounter human explorers. First contact war. Yeah, they caught us trying to turn on a relay. Occupation and liberation of the human colony of Shanxi. This is also when the Systems Alliance gets their true power, you know, when they really come into their own after that. Humans learn potential of biotics, 2158. An international effort to track element 0 exposures begins. Roughly 10% of exposed children show some level of biotic ability, 2160. Systems Alliance Parliament formed, 2165. Humans establish embassy on Citadel. We really moved in fast on this, I feel like. Because there was, I mean, look at this. The first contact war happened while Shepard was alive. Like, this is fairly recent history, actually. We really moved in on all this fast. 2170, Batarian slavers attacked the Alliance colony of Mindwar. 2176, the Skillian Blitz. Pirates and slavers attacked Elysium, human capital, and the Skillian Verge. 2177, Thresher Maws devoured the Alliance colony of Akuz. Wow. 2178, in retaliation for the Skillian Blitz, that's up here, big raid by pirates and slavers, an Alliance fleet wipes out an army of slavers on the moon of Torfet. That's us. We led that. 2183, current date. Okay. Let's learn about starship sensors. Okay, light lag prevents sensing in real time at great distances. A ship firing its thrusters at the Charon relay can be easily detected from Earth, 5.75 light hours, 6 billion kilometers away. But Earth will only see the event 5 hours and 45 minutes after it occurs. Due to the light speed limit, defenders can't see enemies coming until they have already arrived, because there is FTL travel and communications, but no FTL sensors. Frigates are crucial for scouting and picket duties. Passive sensors are used for long-range detection, while active sensors obtain short-range, high-quality targeting data. Passive sensors include visual, thermographic, and radio detectors that watch and listen for objects in space. A powered ship emits a great deal of energy. The heat of the life support systems, the radiation given off by power plants and electrical equipment, the exhaust of the thrusters. Starships stand out plainly against the near absolute zero background of space. Passive sensors can be used during FTL travel, but incoming data is significantly distorted by the effects of the mass effect envelope and Doppler shift. Active sensors are radars and high-resolution LiDARs, laser detection and ranging, that emit a ping of energy and listen for return signals. LiDARs have a narrower field of view than radar, but LiDAR resolution allows images of detected objects to be assembled. Active sensors are useless when a ship is moving at FTL speeds. Little bit of the kind of hard science aspect of the world there. Okay, upgrades. The development of practical manufacturing omni-tools allows modern militaries a great deal of flexibility in equipment loadouts. A vast number of field modification kits or upgrades are available for common equipment such as weapons, armor, omni-tools, biotic amps, and even grenades. An upgrade kit typically consists of less than a dozen unique parts and an optical storage disk. When loaded into an omni-tool, the OSD provides all technical specifications required to manufacture the tools and additional parts necessary to install the upgrade into another piece of equipment. Assembly is typically modular, and installation can be completed in less than a minute. Since omni-tools are designed to use common battlefield salvage materials such as plastics, ceramics, and light metals, rendered into a semi-molten omni-gel for quick use, it is quite possible for a trained soldier carrying upgrade kits to customize gear on the battlefield to fit the current tactical solution. Now, what this is kind of using lore to explain away gameplay mechanics, right? Because obviously in game you get all these upgrades and you can just put them on. This is kind of explaining how they're able to do that. Okay, and that is officially it for this episode of the Let's Play. We will be back with more. I know this one went on for a while, but I think the episodes are just going to have to be a little bit long because we have 3 games to get through. So, unless we want it to be like 1,000,000 episodes, they're just gonna have to be a little bit on the long side. Okay, thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys!